Hi, my name's Josh Oliver from Zenatta Consulting. Welcome back to my tutorials on Zoho Creator. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through how to set up and manage a customer portal in Zoho Creator. By the end of this video, you'll be able to have a customer portal of your own. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you find this video helpful. Enjoy. So what exactly is the purpose of a customer portal in Zoho Creator? First up, enhance customer engagement. A customer portal allows your customers to access information, submit requests, and interact with your business effortlessly. It's like having a virtual front desk that's open 24/7. Imagine being able to find your answers to your questions or even track your orders without having to pick up the phone or send an email. That's the power of a self-service options provided by a customer portal. Not only does it empower your customers, but it also streamlines your processes. With fewer repetitive inquiries, your support staff can focus on delivering exceptional service where it matters most. Security is paramount, and Zoho Creator ensures that your customers' data is safeguarded with robust access controls and encryption protocols. Your customers can trust that your information is in good hands. With all that being said, let's go ahead and jump into Zoho Creator and see how we can set this up for you. So right now, I am looking at a demo app that we have set up. This is the same app I've been working on in my previous creator tutorials. And the purpose of this app is to create tasks and link those tasks to accounts. Now, I want to set up a portal so that users of a particular account can view the tasks under that account. So if I'm Josh Oliver and I work with Oliver & Co., I, as Josh Oliver, want to be able to log in and view all the tasks linked to Oliver & Co. So right now I'm logged in as a portal user, a Zoho user, but as a portal user, I would have a filtered list here and I would only be able to see these two tasks. And another reason why you might want a portal user instead of a Zoho user is because of the costs associated with the Zoho user. If you're using Zoho One, it's around $40 per user per month. However, if you are using a portal user, you can reduce that cost to pennies on the dollar. I forget what it is. I think it's around 50 cents per user per month, depending on the number of licenses you purchase. So if you wanted to, you could have your field services set up as portal users, or in this case, just customer users as portal users. I'm going to show you how to set this portal up, and I'll also show you how to modify some reports and access within this portal so that it's secure and the portal user will only have access to what they need access to. I'm going to go into the main creator page, and in here we're going to see all of our applications, but also on the left we're going to see a spot under the Deploy tab called Portal. So we're going to click on Portal, and here we can see we have two other portals deployed across a few other apps. So one is for our customer portal app, which is another app that we were playing around with, and this other one is called Test. Now the app that we're doing today is called Tasks. So I'm going to create a new portal, and this is going to be for the Tasks application. And now at this point, I have the option to use a default domain, or I could use a custom domain. Custom domains are really nice because it's a custom domain and it's not branded with ZohoCreatorPortal.com. If you were to choose the custom domain, it will ask for additional steps to link your MX records, or I think you could do SPF, and there's one other rec, DKIM. I don't think it's a DKIM. I think it's an MX record or CNAME record. Basically, inside of your DNS, under your domain hosting provider, you'll need to add additional DNS records, and it'll walk you through that process. Today's purposes, I'm going to just do a default domain, and I'm going to call this Zenatta Tasks. You can set the portal type. The portal type is who has access to it and who can sign up, essentially. So public would mean anyone could sign up for this at any time. Private means only users that are invited can have access to it. And then restricted, you will allow users to join, but it will only auto-approve them. There's an approval process, which means if they sign up, they don't necessarily have access until they are approved. Some cool things with this restricted piece is you could auto-approve Zoho CRM contacts. So if they already exist in your CRM, They're just automatically approved. And then you can also set up some notification settings. And today's demo, I'm just going to do private. I don't want anyone to access this portal, and I don't want anyone to sign up for this portal. Really, I just want to be able to invite users on my own. And then you can set your default permission. So we'll just choose customer for now, but we'll customize this in a second, and I'll show you where we can do that. Idle session timeout is how long it will last, how long their session will last before it will refresh and make them log back in. I'll just go ahead and set it to 24 hours. After 1 day, let's go ahead and sign back in. Allow portal users to change their email address. Yes, you can enable that or disable that. I will say if you have a bunch of functions running off their email address, I would probably default to disabling this. And I'll show you that in the next step as why you might want to disable this. But we can certainly review that in a later step. For now, I'll keep that disabled. Next, you can go ahead and add a favicon. This is just a 16 by 16 pixel icon file, ICO file. And those are the requirements. It does have to be pretty small for it to work. And essentially, if you're looking at the tab within a browser, it's that little icon image there. So I don't have that. I'm just going to go ahead and click Create New. Now that we have our customer portal created, I can click on it and we can go to Add Portal Users. So I'm not going to add a portal user yet, and I'll show you in a future step how we can do that. But we can also do a few other things. So we have authentication. At this point, we can set up single sign-on. If you were using, it looks like you have to upgrade, but if you had a Google single sign-on account, you could go ahead and connect that. I think there might be another third-party authentication service that you can connect with. We're just going to use default. There's a few other options over here if you wanted to connect your Google, Facebook, or Apple to this. I'm going to keep this simple and just do default. Another thing you want to look at are your email notifications. And this is whenever a invite is sent to a portal user or an approval process, and also the reset password. These are all templates you will want to look at. By default, they are very bare bones, and I definitely recommend taking a look at them to update them. They are not the prettiest emails, so certainly take a look at them. You can add your own merge tags by clicking down the drop down here, and you can choose from links. You have your portal user, portal URL, reset password URL, portal domain name, link name, some other stuff in here. And then you also have some user fields, user email and user full name. The link ones are important because that's how you can actually link to particular actions. So creating a new password would be the reset password URL. Definitely take a look at this, update it, make it fit your branding as needed, and change up the colors where you see fit. Another thing you want to look at are your pages and how to customize those. We only have 3 pages to customize, but it's the sign in page, sign up page, and the reset password page. The sign in page is your login page, what users are going to see when they access your portal. And so I definitely recommend updating the branding or updating the theme to fit your branding on this. So when someone hovers over the background, or when someone is looking at the background, maybe you want to change the color, and when they hover on it, change it to a lighter color. Something like that. So you can certainly customize this. I definitely recommend adding in your logo at the top. I don't have a logo handy. Certainly add a logo, maybe a little snippet that says welcome to the company portal. For an example of what a portal could look like, here is our Zenatta client portal. And so I put in a logo at the top, welcome to the Zenatta client portal, and then you can go ahead and log in. Definitely take a look at this page. That's the sign in page. The sign up page is very similar, just asks for some sign up information, so name and email address and a CAPTCHA. And then the reset password page is similar. It's just going to ask for an email address. So you can brand all these accordingly. You can also set up little text blurbs to walk them through the process. If they're on the forgot password page, maybe you want to include some extra steps to get them set up. That's pretty simple. Now that we already have this, now that we have this set up, we can go ahead and move forward with setting up permissions. So I'm going to go into our solutions, and this is our tasks app. So I'm going to open this up here, and we're going to edit this application, and I'm going to go into settings, and we have portal user permissions. By default, the portal user is just called customer. However, you can rename this if you wanted to set this to standard, and then maybe you wanted another permission for VIP, or maybe you have two separate portal customer types. It could be a vendor versus a customer versus a purchaser. However you want to name these, you can set up permissions accordingly. And whenever I come in here, I'm going to give access to the form, give view access to certain reports, edit access to certain reports, and delete access to certain reports. All the way over here, I can also give access to, if they're able to view all records and modify all records, and then whether they can import, export, and print. So these are the permissions that we have access to, or permissions we can control for a given profile type. In this case, we have two forms. Let's go back into our application. We have two forms that I want to give, or two reports that I want to give access to. One is the tasks report, and the other one is the my accounts. So I want to see two reports accessed here. So they can have access not to the all accounts. I don't want them to have access to that, just to the my accounts. And then I want to give them access to the all tasks view as well. I also don't want them to have access to create anything at this point. I really just want a bare bones permissions where they can only view, no edits, no deleting. And that's it. So they're a customer and that's what they get to do. Now we need to update the permissions inside of the application itself. Let's just demo this so I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. When I go to this portal, let's go ahead and invite myself. I'm going to go ahead and add just my personal email. We're going to blur this email address out so you don't see it. Let's go ahead and add that here. There we go. So now my portal user has been created, I've been added, and I can access this portal. All right, now I have access. But you can see I have access to everything. I don't want to give access to everything. So now we need to set up filters on these reports to give access to only the records that they should have access to. Because I should only have access to, in this case, I want to only give access to the Oliver and Co. tasks, or that account. And then based on that account, they should only have access to those tasks. So let me show you what we need to do inside of the portal to get that to work. What I want to do is I want to set up a module called Portal Access. And this will link to an account record. And then anytime a user is linked to that account as a portal access, then they will be associated to that account and will also have access to those tasks. You could also just use a contacts module if you wanted to call it that, or you could get even fancier and just maybe look up to the contacts linked inside of the CRM. There's ways to do that. For the purpose of this video, I'm just going to show you how to create a custom module, and we're going to call that module Portal Access. Maybe you don't want to give all contacts access. You want to customize that yourself. So we're going to create a module called Portal Access. We just need a name and an email address, and we need a lookup field to what account they have access to. So what I'm doing here is I'm setting up a link between an email address and an account record. And the reason why we need an email address is because we'll be able to use that as the logged in user ID. And we can fetch records from the logged in user ID. We can grab their portal access record, and then from their portal access record, we can get the account that they have access to. And let's just do some cleanup here. So let's just remove that form, and I'm going to bring this under the accounts. And then let's also rename this to just portal access. Perfect. Let's access the application, and I'm going to create a record here. I'm going to give myself access to the Oliver & Co. account, and I'm just going to put in my email address here. Awesome. Now this record has been created. It's linked to that account. So any records associated to that account, I can go ahead and create a connection with as a filter. The best way to set up a filter is using a custom function. And I showed you this in a previous YouTube video or a tutorial video that I've created. And we can create a, let's create a function. So under functions, I've started this by, we have a filters account. Let's refresh. I think I renamed this. Yeah, functions. Yeah, it's just called access accounts. So I go into this, and what I want to do is I first want to grab the portal profile. And this portal profile will give me, if they're a customer, then I know they're a customer. Otherwise, we're a logged in user. So then I can say if portal profile equals customer, then I want to get the portal access record. Where the email equals zoho.loggedin user ID. Get ID, but I want to get all because I might be associated to multiple accounts. Maybe I'm associated to this one account, and maybe I could be associated to another account. So I want to get the, actually I should say account.getAll. So what this is going to show me, or what this will retrieve at the end, will be a list of all of the accounts that I'm associated to. So really I could just call this account IDs. Else, the account IDs will just be anything that's status equals active. So if I'm a customer, I only want to see the account IDs that I have access to. Otherwise, I get all the accounts where the status is active. Now, if I go into our portal record, portal user, sometimes it's hard to see which portal you're in. So here I can see this is Zenatta task.zoho Creator portal. If I refresh, go to accounts, my accounts already has that filter applied to it. So I can see there's only one account listed here. Just to prove that to you, let's go to the My Accounts report here. And again, I'm now inside of the admin view. This is only showing where the account ID equals this app.access.accounts. We can apply the same filter to the task module. So I'm going to add a filter here, ID of the account, not the task ID, ID coming from the account equals this app.access.account. Maybe it's accounts. There we go. Done. Now that all tasks report will be filtered as well. My accounts only showing Oliver & Co. and then tasks only showing Oliver & Co. But again, if I wanted to, I could add myself to other accounts by going into here and saying portal access. Let's say Zenatta. What is the other one? Zenatta Creator Test. Now, whenever I come over in here, I can see Zenatta Creator Test. All I need to do to remove access is just simply delete portal access. Now, when I come over here and refresh, it will only show me Oliver & Co. That's a very high level of what you need to do to set this up. There's a lot of ways you can customize this. Right now, we're just looking at tasks and accounts. These are just 2 modules, but you could also build this out with custom pages. You could be surfacing data from other applications, the CRM or analytics. Maybe you wanted to bring a booking link directly into a page. There's just so much you can do and style this with HTML or CSS. Maybe you wanted an onboarding process for new clients where they go through certain steps. There's just, like I said, so much you can build out within this. And what I've shown you today is just portal permissions and initial setup. But let your imaginations go crazy because it's full access to creators' potential, but within a portal that's giving access to a portal user. Whatever you could do within just a normal creator build out, you can also do within a portal as well. So I hope this video was really informative and get your minds thinking about what you can do within Zoho Creator's portals. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions or implementations you'd like to share, please put those in the comments below or post in our community, Club Zenatta. Thanks for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Take care.